Well, I'm outside again trying to make some more rotten pumpkins for my pumpkin patch. I got this guy from Walmart. He was, I think, $17, and I'm going to see if I can make him look a little bit creepier. He looks really huge next to my head, but he's not a giant pumpkin like some of the other ones. He's a good size, but I'm mostly holding them right here so you can't see all the junk in my garage behind him. A little peek. It's full of Halloween stuff. It's full of all kinds of decorations since I decorate for every holiday. It's packed full. I need to get in there and clean it out so I'll be able to get my Halloween stuff down from the attic. Anyway, I'm going to make a short tutorial showing you what I'm going to do with this guy. Don't look at my garage. Okay, so, this is the heat gun that I use. I think I got it off of Amazon. I don't know. It gets pretty hot on high. So I'm just going to try to do it in little sections. I just kind of keep checking it with my pencil to see how it's going. You can see it starting to melt right there. Ouch! I'm going to try to see if I can't get it just in that one spot. I don't know how that's going to work, but there we go. Let's go up here a little bit more. Same thing over on this side right here. Oh, I like them. Looking good. I'll let them cool for a few minutes and then I'm going to paint them better already than the regular. This one's going to be next. Okay, well, this is the same acrylic paint I always used from Walmart, just black acrylic. I'm going to pour a little bit in a small container so that I don't waste it. I can add to it if I need to. It's a little bit thick, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of paint on them, and then I think I'm actually going to, I was earlier working on repairing this guy back here, and I have another head that I'm doing right now that is made with a wood glue and acrylic paint. And I use blue shop towels on those, but I have cotton that I'm also going to use. I think I'm going to try using it on this after I'm going to paint his face a little bit first. And then I'll go over, I just have this leftover mixture and I'm like, why don't I try it out on this pumpkin? So I'm just going to start by painting around the edges of his eyes a little bit. Dragging this up on these spots where his eyes, where I have pulled his eyes apart in places. Here, right around all the edges, just kind of flip it up on the edges there, like this.
No, 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 please, no.
On these, once you put some on there, you can always just pull it up. It gives it a little bit more of a muted smooth, just kind of pulls it out some. If you want to smear it up or if you feel like you have too much on there. I usually try not, I do the inside with the darker black, and then I usually try not to start pulling it up like that until it gets, the brush gets a little drier, dry brushing. There you go. But if you do get too much, that you do want to, you can always just take this and just pull it down. See how it smears it down? It gives it a little bit more of a natural look. Oops. Here we go. Alright, I have just moved my paint to the side for now. These are super jumbo cotton balls that I got from Walmart. And if you can start at the edge, you'll see where it's rolled up. You just unroll it like this. And I'm going to lay some of them out because once this glue gets on my hands, it's really tricky trying to roll these out. So I don't know how many I'll need. If you can see what I'm doing with these, just unrolling them. There we go. Let's see if I can find the edge to this right there. And just roll it on out like this. And I'm just laying them out on my table here so that I'll have them ready. I'm going to start over here on the side. Actually, I'm going to start on the back because I've learned my lesson that when I don't know what I'm doing and I'm starting a new project, I always start on the back. So this is just the wood glue mixture. I added wood glue and black and brown paint, acrylic paint, and then I also added some water to water it down. And you're getting ready to see what kind of texture that's going to give this. Actually, I'm getting ready to see that too because I've not done this before. So I'm just dipping the cotton down in this wood glue. I'm going to put it on this side over here. And you'll see this kind of here, spread it out. And then I'm going to place it right up here. I'm going to pull it out as long as I can. I'm going to put it right up on the pumpkin here, like this. I don't know if I should do it. I'm going to spread it out some. Actually, I'm going to do it on. There we go. All right.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
Bring it down.
Disgusting.
And let me get another piece. I'm just gonna pull off little pieces for now and dip them in here and get them. Gosh, I've been using this stuff all day. I just hated to waste what leftover I had, so I figured I would see how it looked on the pumpkins here. This is what I use for my skeletons, so I'm gonna use that same process right here. How's it look?
How's it going?
It's going good.
It's good. Let's let me do something right now.
What?
Please like this video and subscribe, please. And then see more, well, weird stuff that my mom makes with my mom. Bye.
Come on.
Just make sure to subscribe now.
My biggest fan. I am going to wring out what's left over in here and see what I can do with the stem at the top. Maybe I can make look a little bit of a longer stem out of this. Put several cotton balls in there. I'm getting them nice and soaked through. So I'm just going to try to flatten this out a little bit and build this up some, I think. I'm going to use this shop towel. Let's get it nice and wet. I've got the cotton here also, but just about out of glue. So this project was perfect to use the last of what I had. I'm just getting it all good and soaked through, and then I am going to maybe. Make it bigger and then wrap that around like that. Let's build it up some. There. Now let me try putting this around it. I'm gonna see if I can make sure this is stretched out as long as I can. Better than just a little small stump. Okay, it's as good as it's getting for now. I'm gonna take this down so you can see it, get a better look at it. So here it is.
Good.
I think it looks really
That's
great.
good.
I mean, you know, it went from
Very
this
good. Very good.
to this.
Good.
I'm really liking it. I love the melted face look. I think it's going to look really great all lit up. Here, I'm going to get up and show you here a little bit closer on the stem.
Wow. Oh,
Around the back.
yeah.
I'll do my best. There we go. I'm doing my best to not show you my messy garage. All right, well, I'm gonna let him dry. I'm not even sure if I need to touch up any paint on him. I kind of like him just the way he is. I think he looks pretty awesome. We'll see. I have a hard time leaving things alone, even when I think they're perfect. Here. That's the guy I was repairing. I'll walk over here and show you. And this is the new one that I'm making. Worked on him today. This is why I had leftovers. So he'll get fangs next. Anyway, all right, well, go buy some pumpkins and make you some cool stuff. So I told y'all yesterday that I probably wouldn't be able to leave this thing alone because I just feel like I have to do something more with this pumpkin. So the pumpkin is dry. The stem is still kind of damp because it is so thick. It's going to take longer for it to dry all the way through. But I found some kind of army green colored acrylic paint, and I want to paint through some of the black just to give it some more dimension, a little bit more color. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm just adding a little bit of the army green paint to the pumpkin. I did scrape off a little bit of the black glue where it had just gotten on some of the orange. I just wanted to bring out a little bit more of the orange. So I just took my fingernail and kind of scraped some of that glue off. But anyway, I will show you what I'm doing here. So give me just 1 minute. I'll turn it around and we'll get started. Okay, so I'm using this. It's English Ivy Green from Walmart. It just looks like an army green. And I am just taking a little bit of it and just going right on top of this black. It's a little bit closer so you can see. Oh, my clown's talking. Here we go. I'm just kind of highlighting it. I'm not painting it completely. I'm just kind of dry brushing it a little bit, just to give it a little bit more up here around the stalk. I'm adding a little bit of this green so it's not all so black. And you can see this is still, it's not quite hard yet, and it should harden up as it dries. I'm not going to do too much on this right now until it dries a little bit more. But I'm just coming around here at the bottom and adding a little bit more of the green and bringing it down here. This is, right now, this brush is really dry. So it's perfect for adding like these little highlights of green here. But I just kind of am wiping a little bit of it off. I mean, you're not going to notice this at night, but during the day, if anyone comes up and sees it during the day, and mostly for myself, because I'm a perfectionist and I like to have things the way that I want them. You can see how I'm kind of scraping this off right here. It does come right off the plastic. I'll be putting a spray paint, a clear seal coat spray paint on it to prevent it from doing that. But I'm just adding a little bit of these green highlights to it today, just to make it look a little bit better. There we go. You can see here how it just scrapes off this glue, the one that's lightly painted. It's a little bit thicker here, so it's not as easy to scrape off, but ouch, if you have it in places that you don't want it, this is kind of on the back, so it doesn't really matter one way or the other. I just thought I would show you. I scraped a little bit off of the front. It does just come right off, which is the reason that you'll want to probably seal this. I'm definitely doing it for this one. I am also going to be putting, I guess what you would call, like, it's something to diffuse the light. I want to cover the eyes here with a flexible, clear flexible, like cutting mat that I got from the Dollar Tree. I've been using them in some of my other pumpkins. and it'll go inside here and just cover the eyes and the nose. I feel like it helps with the lighting better, and also you can't see the bulb in the back. It gives it, I think, more of a glow. I really like the way it looks, so I'm going to be using that on this as well. The only thing with this pumpkin, I'm going to probably change the lighting out of this one. The bottom is solid. The ones that I've changed the lighting out of, the bottom was open here, so it was very easy for me to change the lighting. I'm getting ready to cut a hole here in the bottom of this because I want to be able to put that mat in there, and I also want to be able to change this light bulb with a bigger one. So I'm going to go and see what lights I have and grab one of those mats, and then I will come out and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I need to cut a hole in the bottom of this. I just need enough for me to be able to change out the light. So I'm going to start small, and then as I need to make it bigger, I'll just make it bigger. But I'm guessing I'm probably going to need it about this big right here to get my hand in. So I'm using this little Dremel with a drill bit on it. Put this over here where you can see. Okay, so I cut a little hole in it with my Dremel here on the bottom. Now I can get to the light. And I have, this is the, let me shake it out. I got little shavings all over it from cutting. But this is the mat that I got, the little cutting mat that I got from the Dollar Tree. You get 2 in a pack for $1. Well, now it's $1.25. Anyway, this is going to go behind his eyes. That way you don't see the light back there. I'm going to have to cut this down. I'm not going to do it right now, but just to show you kind of what it looks like. See if I can get it in there good. Yeah, it doesn't want to fit quite all the way in, but this will go, once I get it cut down, it'll go right up flush against his eyes. Here, you can see here on this side. I'm not going to cut it down right now just because I don't, I have some bigger pumpkins I'm going to use these for, and I won't put one in this one until I go get some more. I have just enough for my other big pumpkins, and I want to get those done first before I finish this one. I'm also changing out this bulb in the back. This is a green flicker bulb, which I think will be good for him since I added the green on the front. Okay, now I'm going to take it in the house in the dark so you can see what it looks like. And then you won't be able to see that bulb once this gets in. Use this side to the front, but I'll take it in the house so that you can see what it looks like. So I now have the orange flame flickering light in, and I think this is actually the one I'm going to be using because it looks much better. It illuminates it much better, and you can see the black. So yeah, this is going to be the bulb for this one.
Nice. Oh, nice.